Welcome to Newswatch, your source for all news impacting southeastern Ohio. I'm Ben Schwartz, thanks for joining us. Ohio farmers are behind schedule this season. Compared to previous years, because of heavy rain, just 50% of corn crops and 32% of soybean crops are in the ground as of now. While many local farmers in Athens County don't necessarily focus on corn and soybeans, some are still struggling. Becky Rondi, co-owner of Green Edge Organic Gardens in Amesville, says there's only one option when floods ruin her crops.
It starts with D and it ends with EBT, debt. That's how you deal with it. You just take on debt so that you can, pay your people that are working for you and pay the insurance payments that need to be made, all of those things.
This week, Governor Mike DeWine visited with several farmers around the state to see the damage for himself. He is now seeking a disaster declaration from the U.S. Department of Agriculture to help offset the lost crops. Ohio University's Board of Trustees are meeting in St. Clairsville through tomorrow. One of the topics today, declining student enrollment, which is down just over 8%. Currently, OU enrollment is just below 18,000 students. And the decline in enrollment is impacting the amount of money the school will get from the state. Currently, OU receives around $170 million from a pool of $1.5 billion in state funding. But with decreasing enrollment, that amount will decrease and will take several years to turn around.
So even though we're expecting enrollments we're projecting enrollments to turn around, it's going to be 4 years from the point at which they turn around before our state support will stop continuing to decline.
Ohio University's budget resolution was approved and passed today.
Well, it was a very nice day out there today for the most part. We had a few rain showers throughout most of the evening. Right now, Nathan looked at 75 degrees out there today. Passing rain showers are going to be lasting throughout the evening tonight. And throughout the day tomorrow, rain showers are going to be finally moving out of the area. And more sunshine is on the way for this Friday. Ben, if you were heading out the door here in a little bit, you might want to grab an umbrella because those showers are going to continue into the overnight hours tonight. As we take a look, excuse me for technical difficulties. More showers are going to be coming in tomorrow, this evening as well. Ben, back over to you.
Thank you, Blake. And heavy rain has been the story this past week throughout Ohio. Perhaps it hasn't been felt anywhere more than the Dayton area. Mary Rutten Hospital in Bellefontaine is experiencing flooding due to these heavy rains. The flooding in the hospital is so bad that they had to evacuate the emergency room yesterday. But come today, the hospital and emergency room are back and functioning as normal. 2 Athens County men are under arrest after suspicions of drug trafficking after substances were found at their home. Jeffrey Hammond and William Blosser, both of Gloucester, were taken into custody today, according to a press release from the Athens County Sheriff's Office. Deputies entered the Gloucester residence on Red Dog Road, owned by Hammond, and found suspected methamphetamine, heroin, and evidence of drug trafficking. Additional charges are expected, according to the release. The Ohio House has approved a bill making it easier to seal records involving nonviolent and non-sexual offenses. The bill allows offenders with 2 eligible misdemeanors and 2 eligible third-degree felonies to seek the sealing of their records and is meant to curb the impact of the state's addiction epidemic. The bill heads to the Senate later this week. The Senate is preparing for another vote on its 2-year budget. The current proposed budget is a $69 million plan that includes lower income taxes and directs more money to educational services, water quality initiatives, local governments, and public television stations. Lawmakers have until June 30th to come to an agreement over the budget so that Governor DeWine can sign it into law. As fights over legalizing hemp, CBD, and marijuana itself rage on in Ohio, cannabis sales are going up on a global scale. The world's cannabis market could hit $15 billion this year, according to industry insiders, up 36% from 2018. That includes the sale of CBD-based pharmaceuticals, revenue from medical and recreational dispensaries, and hemp-derived products. Meanwhile, Colorado's pot business is booming. The Colorado Department of Revenue reported that it has made more than $1 billion in revenue since it legalized marijuana sales in 2014. A former Ohio police officer has been sentenced to a year in prison after a cell phone video showed him kicking a handcuffed suspect in the head. Robert Wells, the former Franklin Township officer, was sentenced yesterday after pleading guilty in December to violating the suspect's rights and obstructing the investigation. Wells' attorney says he is embarrassed but took responsibility for his actions. The West Virginia House of Delegates passed an education plan that would allow the state's first charter schools. Lawmakers in the GOP-controlled chamber approved the measure late yesterday. The bill allows for a staggered implementation of charter schools, limiting the state to 3 charters until 2023, then letting 3 more go up every 3 years after that. County education boards would authorize the charters. The proposal now moves to the Senate. A West Virginia county is working with education officials to put sheriff's deputies in 3 schools this fall. Wyoming County Chief Deputy Brad Ellison said deputies would be put into the positions and 3 new deputies would be hired. Along with general safety, the deputies will provide classes to discuss topics including drug abuse and tobacco. Tensions between the U.S. and Iran are increasing, and a Trump administration decision has many scientists up in arms. These stories and more when Newswatch returns.
WOUB is member-supported public television. Your contribution keeps WOUB available in your community. Become a member with a gift of $60 or more for access to stream more than 1,000 of your favorite PBS programs through WOUB Passport. Programs like Nature, Sherlock, and all episodes of Downton Abbey and Victoria. Pledge now at woub.org. And thank you.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
PBS had a special on Pearl Harbor, and once Landon started watching the show about the Arizona, he completely became fascinated.
That's Donald Stratton, and that's me.
And then his Christmas wish this year was to meet Donald Stratton, one of the survivors from the Arizona.
So good to see you, buddy.
Everything that Landon has learned from PBS, it's immeasurable.
This is for you.
Thank you, big guy.
He is living proof of the effect that PBS has had on his life.
I loved Ken Burns' series on the Civil War. It was deeply impacting. I love history. To have those stories told through these letters, through stories of love and loss, it rewrote the book on how to tell a story. When television was invented, there were a lot of people who had dreams about what it could do. I think PBS still aspires for and often succeeds at reaching the highest ideals of what television could be.
Iran's military has shot down a U.S. drone in the Middle East. It happened across from the Gulf of Oman, where 2 commercial tankers were attacked last week. A U.S. official says the drone was operating in international airspace over the Strait of Hormuz. Iran's state-run media reports it was flying over the country's territory. The incident comes after the Trump administration decided Monday to deploy 1,000 additional troops to the Middle East. Iranian officials deny any involvement. Trump tweeted this morning, quote, "Iran made a very big mistake." He did not say how the U.S. may respond. The Environmental Protection Agency is rolling back a key part of the Obama administration's strategy to fight climate change. Tuesday night, President Trump claimed the air and water in the United States were the cleanest they've ever been, but that doesn't appear to be true, and it has some scientists worried. Bill Weir reports.
Before leading the EPA, Andrew Wheeler was a coal lobbyist, and today's rule change announcement made it hard to tell he ever left that job.
The contrast between our approach and the Green New Deal, or plans like it, couldn't be clearer. Rather than Washington telling Americans what type of energy they can use, or how they can travel, or even what they can eat, we are working cooperatively with the states to provide an affordable, dependable, and diverse supply of energy.
In reality, American coal consumption is at a 40-year low, not because of regulation, but competition. For the first time ever, more power is now being generated by cleaner, cheaper renewables, a free market trend President Obama tried to accelerate with a tough carbon cap called the Clean Power Plan. But after several groups sued, a conservative Supreme Court majority kept those rules from taking effect, and today, the EPA killed them. Instead, they'll give states 3 years to come up with their own pollution standards.
Our air and water are the cleanest they've ever been by far.
This is a lie. In fact, the American Lung Association says the air has gotten measurably worse in the last 2 years, and 4 in 10 Americans are now breathing unhealthy air. And according to a New York Times analysis, this is just one of 83 rules being rolled back on everything from toxic chemicals to endangered species to the climate crisis. So scientists can't help but worry.
The people who have been appointed to run the EPA are industry sort of lapdogs, close ties to fossil fuel interests and the Koch brothers. And what they've been trying to do is to literally roll back the environmental protections of the past half century.
Many scientists and environmental experts are up in arms over the decisions made by the Trump administration. To many, there is a great fear about what they call blatantly ignoring science.
It's obviously distressing, but more because the mission of the agency is really about protecting public health and the natural resources we depend on. When they ignore science, when they fail to take action moving forward, when they tell us that our future is somehow to go back to dirty coal, it just amazes me that they can sit in that agency at EPA and work with that career staff and not want to perform the mission they were given, which is to protect human beings and to keep us safe. This last rule that they put out yesterday was absolutely an anathema to the mission of that agency. It was ignorant to science, and it rejected real science action.
Many see the move as being done solely to protect the coal industry. 72 Philadelphia police officers are off of patrol after an investigation into social media posts. The police commissioner announced the officers were put on administrative duty for alleged racist and violent social media posts.
Internal Affairs has identified and prioritized the posts clearly advocating violence or death against any protected class such as ethnicity, national origin, sex, religion, and race. These officers have been removed from the street that fall under those categories. At this point, 72 officers have been placed in administrative duty status as a result of the initial investigation. We will work tirelessly to repair that reputation, to improve police-community relations, as we are equally disgusted by many of the posts that you saw and that in many cases the rest of the nation saw, not just people in Philadelphia.
The commissioner says some of the officers now on administrative duty may lose their jobs because of their posts. On Juneteenth, the day celebrating the freeing of slaves, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is receiving criticism for his comments. The statement was about a proposed bill that would formally apologize and study reparations for slavery.
Yesterday, when asked about reparations, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell offered a familiar reply. America should not be held liable for something that happened 150 years ago, since none of us currently alive are responsible. This rebuttal proffers a strange theory of governance, that American accounts are somehow bound by the lifetime of its generations. But well into this century, the United States was still paying out pensions to the heirs of Civil War soldiers. We honor treaties that date back some 200 years, despite no one being alive who signed those treaties.
A look at how to better prepare for summer camps, that story's still ahead.
We're going to have scattered showers throughout the night tonight, but we do have sunshine returning, and we're going to look at a rapid warm-up here in a couple days. I have more details about that coming up next when Newswatch returns. But first, here's a look at stocks of local interest.
Is member-supported public television. Your contribution keeps WOUB available in your community. Become a member with a gift of $60 or more for access to stream more than 1,000 of your favorite PBS programs through WOUB Passport. Programs like Nature, Sherlock, and all episodes of Downton Abbey and Victoria. Pledge now at woub.org. And thank you.
I loved Ken Burns' series on the Civil War. It was deeply impacting. I love history. To have those stories told through these letters, through stories of love and loss, it rewrote the book on how to tell a story. When television was invented, there were a lot of people who had dreams about what it could do. I think PBS still aspires for and often succeeds at reaching the highest ideals of what television could be.
What are you doing?
Possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up, energy in the fingertips, collapse. TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
PBS had a special on Pearl Harbor, and once Landon started watching the show about the Arizona, he completely became fascinated.
That's Donald Stratton, and that's me.
And then his Christmas wish this year was to meet Donald Stratton, one of the survivors from the Arizona.
So good to see you, buddy.
Everything that Landon has learned from PBS, it's immeasurable.
This is for you.
Thank you, big guy.
He is living proof of the effect that PBS has had on his life.
It was a pretty nice day out there in Athens today. A little bit of a mix of sun and clouds out there. Right now in Athens, looking at 75 degrees for the temperature right now. A little bit of scattered rain as we go throughout the evening tonight. Not going to be very widespread, but you still have a chance of having a pop-up shower here and there. Northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. I would take a look around the region right now. 74 in Ripley, 77 at the one spot down in Ironton, and 73 up in Cambridge, and 72 in New Lexington. Fairly cool evening, not too bad temperature-wise, but like I said, we are going to have those rain showers throughout the evening. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what we're going to be dealing with. These little pop-up showers are going to be pushing their way out of the area throughout tonight, and these rain showers up here are going to start moving south a little bit. All of this should be moving out overnight tonight by the time you wake up tomorrow. Tonight in Athens, looking at 60 degrees, those rain showers are going to start moving out. It's going to be very humid out there tonight, 95% humidity, very sticky out there, very humid. Northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Taking a look, overnight lows, 63 in Ripley, 59 degrees over in Newark, a little chilly up there, 60 degrees in Cambridge, and 62 in New Martinsville. Those rain showers are going to be moving out throughout the evening. I would take a look at your daily planner. Waking up tomorrow in Athens, 62 degrees, another humid start to your day tomorrow. But look at that, sunshine is going to be returning though. Noon warming up to 72 degrees. It's going to be a pleasant lunch hour, not too bad temperature-wise, lots of sunshine. And 4 p.m. get ready for your commute home. It's going to be a beautiful evening, 77 degrees. So take your kids out to the park, go outside for a run, get outside and enjoy it. It's been a rainy couple of days here. So precast for tomorrow, absolutely nothing on the screen. Just like next screen of Ohio, nothing on here. Very lots of sunshine, very beautiful day out there. I would take a look tomorrow in Athens, 77 degrees is going to be a high temperature. And hey, it's the first day of summer. Sunny and warm to start out for your summer. Northwest winds 0 to 5 miles per hour. Taking a look tomorrow around the region, 78 is going to be our warm spot in Ripley at Ironton, 79 degrees. 77 in Marietta, 74 in Cambridge, a little cooler up north, 79 over in Columbus. All of us have a chance of seeing those, lots of sunshine out there, a few passing clouds, but nothing too bad out there. Very beautiful day out there. I would take a look, precast for tomorrow night. We do have some more rain moving in overnight tomorrow into your Saturday. A few heavy rain showers at times. Those are going to be pushing out before noon on Saturday, so nothing too bad to worry about your weekend. I would take a look. Saturday in Athens, 78 degrees. So we have a slight chance of rain from that previous night. They should be out of the area by 3 p.m. Fairly nice day. East winds 0 to 5 miles per hour. Taking a look at the next several days, we have the same chance of rain showers on Sunday. Still looking at a fairly nice day. We might have a few pop-up showers here and there. And Monday, a little more rain shower. And Tuesday as well. But look at this, 90 degrees on your Wednesday, 89 on Thursday. Very sunny, so a little delayed start to your summer, but it's going to be very warm middle of next week. Ben?
Thank you, Blake. A lot of you may be sending your kids to camp out this summer for a little outdoor fun. In today's Health Minute, Meredith Wood runs through a pre-camp checklist to ensure a happy and healthy experience.
The first stop on your way to a safe summer at camp is the doctor's office for a checkup.
I look for just anything abnormal on the physical exam. Do they have a heart condition that hasn't been picked up? Do they have a skin rash that could get infected? Are they already injured? Do they have a weak ankle, for example?
Make sure your little camper is up to date on their shots.
And at about 11 or 12 years of age, we also recommend that they get a booster shot for tetanus as well as a shot for meningitis.
The good news, once you're at camp, the health concerns are pretty minor.
Cuts, scrapes, bumps and bruises, sprains, little injuries like that, but also bites, insects for example.
For campers looking to avoid those stings,
you're more likely to get stung if you swat at bees. So to the degree that you can, just let them fly around, hold still, and hopefully they'll leave you alone.
And remember, not all camps have nurses on staff. Ask in advance about the policy for handling medical emergencies. For today's Health Minute, I'm Meredith Wood.
Today, women are spending more time working and less time sleeping. Women are working longer hours and doing more work around the house. They're also sleeping less and spending less time relaxing or socializing. That's the latest from the American Time Use Survey done by the Labor Department. It found that employed women worked approximately 7 hours and 20 minutes during the typical workday last year. Working mothers also spent around 2 hours each day caring for their children. Working fathers, on the other hand, typically spent less than an hour and a half on childcare in 2018. We're set for a busy weekend. We have a look at what's to come. And is college really worth it? Next on Newswatch. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up tonight on your public television station.
This is a box that showed you a world beyond your own. It was just a box, but the world has changed, and so have we. And now the box can be almost any size or shape. And you decide what you want to explore. Anytime, any place. Break out of the box with PBS.
What are you doing?
Possibilities. Your day is filled with them.
Reach up, energy in the fingertips, collapse. TV, play Downton Abbey.
And PBS helps everyone discover theirs. Anytime, anywhere.
Up in the sky, you can see it.
PBS, we're with you for life.
PBS had a special on Pearl Harbor, and once Landon started watching the show about the Arizona, he completely became fascinated.
That's Donald Stratton, and that's me.
And then his Christmas wish this year was to meet Donald Stratton, one of the survivors from the Arizona.
So good to see you, buddy.
Everything that Landon has learned from PBS, it's immeasurable.
This is for you.
Thank you, big guy.
He is living proof of the effect that PBS has had on his life.
WOUB is member-supported public television. Your contribution keeps WOUB available in your community. Become a member with a gift of $60 or more for access to stream more than 1,000 of your favorite PBS programs through WOUB Passport. Programs like Nature, Sherlock, and all episodes of Downton Abbey and Victoria. Pledge now at WOUB.org. And thank you.
We have a busy weekend ahead. Here's a look at what's to come in today's community calendar. Student loan debt is hitting record highs, but a new report is highlighting the economic benefits of a college degree. Mary Maloney has a closer look in today's Consumer Watch.
Does a college education still pay off? According to research from the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the answer is yes. The new data shows those 4 years of university study can lead to fuller pockets in the long run. The research found the average college grad earned $78,000 a year, compared with $45,000 earned by someone with only a high school education. That's more than $30,000 a year. However, the study did find one downside of going to college: high opportunity cost, or the income a student loses out when they step away from the workforce to attend college. Researchers say while someone with a college degree will eventually earn a higher salary, they still lose out on 4 years' worth of wages. The New York Fed found that adds up to an average of $120,000. Despite all that, along with the rising costs of tuition and student debt, the new research found that a college degree is still a good investment, with an average rate of return of 14%. So remember to think long term and see the bigger picture. Experts say the cost of college is up front, and the benefits are spread out over many years, so the economic value of a college degree is often hard to see. For Consumer Watch, I'm Mary Maloney.
WOUB's radio host Chris Riddle is embarking on quite the journey right now. Chris is biking from Athens County all the way to the White House over the next few weeks. If you want to keep up with Chris as he meticulously tracks his 350-plus mile journey on social media, you can follow him at chris.riddle on Instagram, chris__riddle on Twitter, or you can keep up with him on Facebook and by following the My House to the White House hashtag. Let's go back to Blake for a final look at weather.
Well, it's going to be a rainy evening tonight. We're going to have scattered showers moving out of the area tonight. This is going to be gone by tomorrow morning, thankfully. Right now, tonight in Athens, looking at 60 degrees. Those rain showers are going to start moving out. And it's going to be a humid night out there tonight, 95% humidity, very sticky night out there. Probably going to be sweating a little bit if you go out and about. We'll have northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. I will take a look tomorrow in Athens. It's the first day of summer tomorrow. Very nice day for it. 77 degrees for your high temperature. It's going to be sunny and warm. It's going to be a nice end to the week. It's been a kind of rainy couple of days, so it's finally nice to have some sunshine. We'll have northwest winds at 0 to 5 miles per hour tomorrow. I will take a look next several days. Saturday, it's going to be a fairly nice day. We have some rain shower possibility throughout the morning time on Saturday. It's going to be moving out by the evening. Sunday, more rain shower does return, however, into your Monday and Tuesday. But look at this. Wednesday, 90 degrees. Very sunny, very warm out there. So summer finally decided it wanted to join us, and it's going to come in very fast, Ben.
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about tomorrow, the first day of summer coming, and we got first beautiful day in a while, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, it's been a rainy couple of weeks, unfortunately, so a lot of people have been asking me when the sunshine's going to return. People want that summertime weather, and we just haven't been having it lately.
Yeah, well, I'm sure everyone's going to be pleasantly surprised tomorrow then.
Hopefully, yes.
Thank you for the forecast, Blake.
You're welcome.
And that does it for our broadcast this evening. Thanks for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for the PBS NewsHour coming up next, and remember you can find the latest news anytime at WOUB.org. I'm Ben Schwartz, and for Blake Hardesty, have a great night.